ว่าการทำงานในการนิเทศเนี่ยทำยังไงให้ประสบความสำเร็จจริงๆก็คือหลักการนิดเดียวค่ะเราต้องไม่ปล่อยจนกว่าเป้าหมายนั้นจะบรรลุผลนะคะโดยเฉพาะในเรื่องของการนิเทศเนี่ยเราต้องเรียกว่าพยายามเที่ยวไร้เที่ยวคือค่ะไปโรงเรียนบ่อยๆสื่อสารกับคุณครูในความเป็นพี่เป็นน้องอยู่เรื่อยๆแล้วก็ค่อยๆแทรกซึมเรื่องที่เราต้องการจะนิเทศให้กับคุณครู
Hello everyone. I'm Supawan Chumi. I'm the educational supervisor from Satoon Primary Educational Service Area Office in the southern of Thailand, Satoon Province. And thank you for all of you, especially thank you for Delta for inviting me to be a part of the stage today. I'm so humbled to be here, but I would love to share you about my experience that I have written on my papers. So today I'm gonna let you know something about the English classroom model that I have implemented for a while. So I would like to share you what is my inspiration and how to do it, what is the steps and what happened after using the idealistic step for English as a foreign language classroom in Stoon. Like everyone know that the current technology, the communication, the society change, this is a factor that can turn our educational dimension to be global and accessible. Not more than technology, but language is the condition of being world citizen, like you know. So in Thailand, English is a foreign language for educational curriculum, which is determined to all schools that have to teach maximum 5 periods for elementary level. I mean like Prathom 1 to Prathom 3 have to study English 5 periods per week. So we have teach English since kindergarten for years in school until university 22 or 23 years old, with the estimate of 5 periods per week. But from my experience, 6 years in school as being teacher and 3 years as being like supervisors, I think the significant obstacle or significant problem of English teaching in classroom has transferred from year to year without any solution. We try to reform the English teaching. We try to use the new things to change the teaching pedagogy, like in English, to change the pedagogy in English. But I realize one thing, that as a role of teacher needs our student to achieve in the purpose referred to the basic education called curriculum 2008. And you know, the curriculum of the Ministry of Education needs grade 6 student or 12 years old student will be able to act in compliance with the order and communicate in the field of themselves, family, school, lifestyle, environment. And the grade 5 student graduated have to use language for communication in real situations or simulated situation in the classroom, school, community, and society. So, as a teacher, as a supervisor, I still conscious as where are we and what level are we in the present. So nobody can answer the question immediately because the educational policy offer the attempting to reform education implementation, especially English. Hence, English teacher becomes the main factor of this significant circumstance. Even my class, when I was a teacher, even the school that I have supervised, we still face up with that significant problem. That problem is we teach 5 periods a week. We teach since kindergarten to Prathom 6 to Mathayom 6 to university. But what happened to the result of English teaching that shows on my student? how to let our students speak out or just let our students communicate. I think they understand what the foreigners say, but they cannot reply immediately. Is it lack of communication? So 3 years in the supervised classroom by using PLC or Professional Learning Community and LS like lesson study method under Student Primary Educational Service Area Office. I try to propose the project to improve the effectiveness in English classroom by the objective like this. The first objective that I would like to improve my English classroom is to enhance teaching pedagogy by using CLT approach or communicative language teaching approach to encourage teachers to be a productive and active teacher. The second objective that I try to help my teacher to be better is to support professional learning community in the role of student English teacher. So I firstly start an online conference to make a discussion with peer teachers in Stone and other provinces with the purpose of determine the important practical factor for our English classroom model. So I'm gonna show you what is the factor of my English classroom model. There are 4 factors. The first one is teacher. Teacher is the first influencer of positive or negative vibe in the classroom. Like if teacher, like an active teacher, cheerful teacher, smart teacher, the student will reflect in the same way to the teacher too. But if not, what will happen? Teacher able to use teacher have to use classroom language in English. They have to speak English as much as they can because in this point I have talked with my Malaysian friends. He is like a teacher or maybe director, I'm not sure. He told me that the reason that why Thai student cannot communicate in English because our Thai teacher speak Thai language in English classroom. So I don't know how to deny that statement. I just accept and let me think back how to solve this problem. So the first factor of this model is teacher. Teacher have to speak English. And the reason why I say that my teacher have to speak English in the classroom because I have a discussion like a chit chat with my Malaysian friend that why my Thai student cannot speak English. So my friend told me that because in Thailand classroom, some of the teacher still speak Thai language in the English classroom. They never heard any spontaneous English in that classroom. So that is the reason why my student or other Thai students still cannot communicate in English. So teacher have to speak English like spontaneous language, like classroom language, and they have to learn about communicative language teaching method, and they have to has the paradigm shift of teaching. If they can teach like in active teaching, I'm sure that student gonna be like active learners. That's it related. And the second component of English classroom model is activity, engaging activity. Like the activity that focusing on communication in the classroom, such as the check-in and check-out activity, the class speaker to let students show or telling their friends about what they have just faced up, about the new toys, new books, or whatever that they interested that they need to tell your friend, like the impromptu speech, or maybe like speech star stage for the student who love uh, to speak out, to be spotlight, and the new reporter that can be the daily activity in the classroom. But the most important essence to implement in the class is everyday routine by using the pattern language for learner retention. which is as similar as classroom language, such as commanding phrase or giving instruction. The third component of this English classroom model is classroom vibe. This component is emphasis to the idea of theme decoration in the classroom, which should be up to date and it should be engaged to student attention, like bulletin boards, or in Thai we call ป้ายนิเทศ that every classroom have to decorate in on the wall must be alive and can activate, engage, and stimulate learner to join with it. Maybe you can ask them the question and let students see the answer from the bulletin boards. They can we can let our student to find some vocabulary on the board, or let our student ask some question from that knowledge poster on the board or whatever. And the fourth thing, the last thing of being the English classroom model is self-development of teachers. In this component is within my duty to perform a unity network for sharing experience, to let them discuss and learn from each other, like the PLC for English teacher. So we constitute Stone English Teacher Network to be our domain in various accessibility applications such as via Live, Facebook, or online newsletter. Because in my opinion, I realize that the group doesn't mean just only many teachers gathering, but it is the symbol of English teacher unity. English teacher unity can be the powers to enhance our English teaching, which contribute by professional learning community process. And the process of implementation, there are 4 steps. The first, supervisor and also teachers in school, create the idealistic classroom component by having discussion via online. The second one, you as a teacher, please make it happen in the classroom. So on-site classroom or online classroom or on-demand classroom or whatever. And the third step is I'm so humble to supervise and coach if needed, but I have to. And the fourth one is everybody as a teacher in school have to share with us and expand the idea in this group to be more and more worldwide. So finally, I think the achieved advantage from English classroom model is the blended improvement of teacher competency, student ability classroom-wide, and the trend of English around learners around us. And before I'm ending my speech of the topic of English classroom model, the idealistic step for EFL classroom in school. After I have described you about the step, about the component of what is the English classroom model, I would like to say thank you for all of you again and again to inspire me to be here, and all of you are my inspiration. I will promise that I will improve myself and improve my teachers in school to be better in English teaching. And see you next time if we have a chance again. Thank you and goodbye. สวัสดีค่ะ